Hello. Me and Margaret sitting here. We were talking about Deja Vu and how it worked and what it was about. And so I got a little interested and a little motivated, and I looked up here on my computer, and did a little research, and we were talking about this and that, and just, batting it around, seeing what we could get from it. Well, turns out I found these two guys. This guy named McHugh and his senior colleague Susumu Tongawa. Right, this dude Tongawa is a Nobel laureate for his work in genetics and immunity and stuff. And McHugh is a research scientist. These guys are studying the brain and trying to figure out how to untangle the neurological circuitry of the hippocampus, a region of the brain where new memories are formed. You know what I'm saying? That's what they were working on, trying to figure it out. What they discovered is that memories that are being stored in the hippocampus or created there, whichever, right, are basically groups of little cells that are all bound together by an enzyme or whatever that your brain creates when in the manufacture or the creation of this memory that it's saving. Right? Well, they discovered that there's this thing called, here, let me read it. The neuroscientists know memories are actually groups of brain cells linked by especially strong chemical connections. Recalling a memory involves finding and activating a specific group, right? The little chain of the cells, right? It's important for the brain to know some memories are similar to each other. The pleasure of eating a raspberry is much like that of eating a strawberry, for example, right? But it's also important to be able to distinguish memories that are similar but not identical. Eating another kind of red berry can make you sick. This ability is known as pattern separation, right? Keeping the memories distinct, right? You know what I'm saying? And all that stuff. Well, what this is leading to is it's leading down the road to like a sense of deja vu and how this occurs. Because remember, a sense of deja vu is that weird, eerie little feeling that you get, right? Sometimes when you walk into a situation and you discover, wait, I've been here before. But yet you haven't, and you know you haven't. You know what I'm saying? Well, what they're discovering is that separate parts of your brain, the hippocampus and these other parts, you know what I'm saying, the memory parts and all that stuff, and the part that deals with reality now, you know what I'm saying, the person that you are now, every waking second. All right? What they discovered, what these two guys, or what I'm getting from what they're saying, is that what they discovered is that these chains of memories, right, as they're floating along, stored and being in their time, every once in a while, because some kind of breakdown or just age or you remembered something right or wrong, right, the little chain of cells broke, bang. And because it's in your brain and it's running on the synapses and it's a little, it's a little piece of organic circuitry, right, okay, when it snaps, it fires, pow. When it fires, you have this, like, temporary episode in your mind where you are triggered into remembering where you are instantaneously, because when this little chain of cells breaks, both sections of your brain fire at the same time. Your hippocampus is telling you, yeah, this is real, but I remember this is what's really going on, right? The cognitive part of your brain that's operating right now in reality is telling you, wait a minute, how can this be true? I've never been here before. So that's where this eerie sense of deja vu settles in over you, and you get that funny little hairs up the back of your neck, huh, babe? Yeah. Right? But your real self is going like, how can this be? Right? And this episode lasts as long as it takes for your real self in real time to figure out that this is an episode of deja vu. That's what we call it. Right? You know what I'm saying? And that's the only way that we can describe it or define it to each other. And this is the empirical, mechanical evidence behind it, is what these two brain guys have figured out. Right? And they went as far as to create a mouse genetically altered without certain kind of genes to try to see if they could back up their little discovery, and they did. Right? You know what I'm saying? So to me, I wanted to add in this part, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because there's a lot of conjecture and a lot of supposition out there about what a sense of deja vu really is and how it ties into past lives and all of that magical stuff in the realms, you know what I'm saying? Well, when you approach life at this higher level that I've been discussing in these series of videos, and you see life clearly the way you want to, right? Who you are, connected, as above, so below, all the time, you know what I'm saying? you tend to take things like this and you understand it at a different level, because now not only do you see the mechanism and how it works, right? You're understanding because you're experiencing the mechanism through yourself as it's working. So it's always good to see empirical science at its best, right? But it's always better to understand it at your own level. All right? I'm just the messenger. I'm trying to explain these things to us so that we understand it and where we're going with it. Said Dr. Bay. Right? And how it affects us in our daily lives and where we go with it. Right? A sense of deja vu is a very powerful, emotive situation, you know what I'm saying, in your mind. That's all I can say. That's it explained in a nutshell. What do you think? Let me know. Thank you.